Welcome back to my channel. If you're thinking about making a move, you've probably seen 100 videos titled Pros and Cons of Living in X. And let's be honest, they all say the same things. Great schools, high cost of living, beautiful scenery, yada, yada, yada. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to talk about Connecticut, and while we will touch on some of the classics, I'm going to share 5 pros and cons of living in the Constitution state that you probably haven't heard before. These are things only locals know. Yes, I am a local. The details that go beyond the typical listicles and get to the heart of what it's really like to live here. I'm DanielLussier, real estate agent here in Connecticut, and I'm excited to give you the inside scoop. Let's get into it. Pro number 1. You ever hear the 2-hour advantage host? Well, you heard that Connecticut is close to New York City and Boston. But let's reframe that. Living in Connecticut isn't just about being near major cities. It's about having a strategic home base for exploring the absolute best of New England. I call it the 2-hour advantage. From almost anywhere in the state, you're about 2 hours from world-class Broadway shows in Manhattan, a historical walk along the Freedom Trail in Boston, a ski weekend in Vermont, or a beach day on the pristine shores of Rhode Island. You get to enjoy the concerts, the museums, the airports, and the energy of these major hubs without living in the chaos and paying the extreme housing costs. It's the ultimate life hack, suburban peace with metropolitan access. Pro number 2, the Yankee ingenuity factor. This is something you feel in the culture here. Connecticut was the birthplace of the American Industrial Revolution. The firearm, the submarine, the helicopter, even the portable typewriter, all invented right here in Connecticut. This isn't just a historical fun fact, it's a living legacy. The spirit of Yankee ingenuity means you're surrounded by a highly educated, innovative, and intellectually curious population. It's the place where history is respected, but progress is always in motion. You'll find that conversations are sharp, the communities are engaged, and there's a deep appreciation for craftsmanship and quality from the local breweries to the 14 Fortune 500 companies that call this state home. Pro number 3, a food scene that punches way above its weight. Forget what you think you know about New England food. Connecticut has a culinary identity that is fierce, specific, and absolutely delicious. And I'm not just talking about the lobster rolls. We have our own style of pizza, and locals will defend it against New York and Chicago any day of the week. We invented the hot lobster roll, a warm, buttery masterpiece. We don't eat subs, we eat grinders. It's a food culture with deep Italian-American and coastal roots. It's a huge point of pride. For a state this small, the quality and the uniqueness of the food scene is massive and often overlooked. Pro number 4, truly 4 distinct seasons. Every state with a tree claims to have 4 seasons. But in Connecticut, you don't get 4 seasons, you get 4 distinct lifestyles. And surprisingly, new reality is that our winters are becoming what locals call wimpy winters. The infrastructure here is built for snow, so life doesn't grind to a halt. But with milder temperatures in recent years, you get the beauty of a snowfall without being buried for months. Autumn is a religious experience here. The colors are breathtaking. Spring is a burst of life, and summers offers perfect weather for enjoying the coastline or, up in the hills. You're not just changing your wardrobe, you're changing your entire weekend itinerary every 3 months. Number 5 pro, it's safer than you think. No, really, it is safer. Let's talk the numbers. When it comes to safety, Connecticut is consistently one of the top states in the nation. In fact, it ranks 48th for violent crime, meaning only 2 other states are safer. This is an incredible statistic. This isn't just about statistics, it's about a feeling. It's the peace of mind that comes with living in a place with low crime rates, excellent public services, and strong, well-funded communities. It's a quality of life that you can't put a price on. It's a huge reason why families in particular choose to put their roots down here. All right, so those are some of the pros that you probably haven't heard of. Let's do some of the cons. Con number one, the electricity bill. The electric bill will outright shock you. It's pretty bad. My first con is the one that hits your wallet every single month, and it's the genuine shock for newcomers. Connecticut has the highest electricity rates in the continental United States. Yes, you heard that right. Only Hawaii pays more. Whether it's heating in the winter or air conditioning in the increasingly hot and humid summers, your utility bills will be significantly higher than almost anywhere else in the country. It's a major factor in the cost of living here that often gets lost behind the more obvious expenses like housing and the taxes. Be prepared for budgeting it, like I tell all my buyers who are coming from out of state. Con number two, the antique housing market. It's pretty old. While the median home price might look attractive compared to New York and Boston, there is a hidden catch. A huge portion of the housing stock in Connecticut is pretty old. And I don't just mean charming and historic. I mean hundreds of years old with a laundry list of potential issues. And if you're not prepared, these things can definitely come back. Many homes lack modern amenities like central air conditioning, which is becoming necessary in these hot summers. You might fall in love with the colonial charm, but be prepared for the reality of updating kitchens, bathrooms, electrical systems. That affordable home can quickly become a very expensive renovation project. I have done these, and I should know. Number three con, the New England Reserve it's real. This is a cultural one. If you're moving from a place where strangers become friends in the grocery line, you're in for a culture shock. People in Connecticut are polite, but they are not outgoing. It's often described as the New England Reserve. It's not that people are unfriendly. They just tend to keep to themselves. Social circles are often tight-knit and can be difficult to break into. It can feel isolated for newcomers, and it takes a real concerted effort to build a new community of friends. It's a different social dynamic, and it's one of the most common complaints I hear from clients who have relocated here. With that being said, it is not impossible. I have people, a lot of friends here who are from out of town, and you just have to be persistent. They are a little guarded, but they eventually will accept you in. It's inevitable. Con number four, a sample of everything, best of nothing. Remember the 2-hour advantage? Well, the flip side of that is sentimental. You'll hear from locals. Connecticut has a sample of everything, but the best of nothing. Our beaches are on the Long Island Sound, so you don't get the big ocean views. Our ski hills are great for Tuesday night, but they're not the epic mountains of Vermont or New Hampshire. Our cities are fine, but they lack the world-class amenities of Boston or New York. For the truly best-in-class experiences, you will almost always find yourself leaving the state. It can sometimes feel like you're living in a hallway between all the more exciting rooms on either side. That's kind of how it feels. Con number 5, the tick menace. This might sound like a small thing, but it's really quality of life issue. Connecticut has a significant year-round tick problem with the high risk of Lyme disease and other tick-borne illnesses. You can't just go for a carefree romp in the woods, an outdoor activity from hiking to gardening in your own backyard. It requires vigilance. You have to be diligent about checking yourself, your kids, your pets. I do this every night before bed. It definitely is something you have to watch out for. It's a consistent, low-level source of anxiety for anyone who loves the outdoors, and it's a unique downside that many people don't consider before moving here. So with that said, the surprising and unique but brutally honest pros and cons of living in Connecticut, it's a state of incredible advantages, unbeatable location, a rich culture of innovation, amazing food, and a safe, beautiful environment. But it's also a state of quirky, sometimes frustrating challenges, from shocking utility bills to the reserved social scene. Ultimately, the decision to move here is a personal one. My goal today was to give you a clearer more authentic picture to help you make that choice. If you're seriously considering to move to Connecticut and want to talk about which town might be the right fit for you, my contact information is described below. I'd love to help you navigate this amazing, complex state. Thank you for watching, and by all means, if you have any pros or cons, if you live here, please add them in the comments below. I would love to share and see what else other people have. I am a lifelong resident of Connecticut, so these are just some of the ones that I found that were outside of the box. Again, Dan Lussier, thank you for watching. See you on the next video.